90 Day Fiancé, Elizabeth Castravet accuses TLC of twisting her storyline. Reality television has always thrived on drama, emotion, and the blurred line between authenticity and entertainment. Few franchises embody that formula better than 90 Day Fiancé. The cultural phenomenon that follows international couples navigating the K-1 visa process and the intense 90-day countdown to marriage. Over the years, the series has launched countless couples into fame, controversy, and social media stardom. Among them, Elizabeth Libby Castravet has remained one of the most talked about cast members. Now, Libby is speaking out, and her message is bold. She claims that TLC twisted her storyline, painting her family and marriage in a way that didn't fully reflect reality. But what does that mean in the world of reality TV? And how much control do cast members truly have over the narrative that millions of viewers consume? Let's unpack the controversy. From fairy tale romance to family chaos. Elizabeth Castravet, introduced to audiences as a hopeful romantic from Florida, met her Moldovan partner Andrei Castravet online. Their love story, which played out on multiple seasons of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, quickly became less about fairy tale romance and more about explosive family tension. From the start, viewers were drawn into the fiery personality of Andrei and the strong opinions of Libby's outspoken relatives, particularly her father, Chuck Pothist, and her siblings. Arguments over finances, business involvement, and cultural differences dominated their screen time. Dinner scenes turned into shouting matches, family trips ended in confrontations, weddings became battlegrounds. To many fans, the Castravet storyline evolved into one of the franchise's most chaotic arcs. But according to Libby, that chaos wasn't entirely organic. That's not the full story. In recent interviews and social media posts, Elizabeth has suggested that producers amplified certain conflicts while minimizing moments of peace, love, and normalcy. She hinted that conversations were edited to appear more confrontational. Calm discussions were overshadowed by explosive arguments. Family members were sometimes encouraged to address sensitive topics on camera. Her marriage to Andrei was portrayed as more unstable than it actually was. Libby's central claim? The audience didn't see the whole picture. And that accusation strikes at the heart of a long-standing debate about reality television. Is it real, or is it produced reality? The art of the edit. Editing is the invisible hand that shapes every reality show. Hundreds of hours of footage are condensed into episodes that must entertain, shock, and hook viewers. A raised eyebrow can be replayed. A pause can be extended. A reaction shot can be inserted from another moment. When Elizabeth says her storyline was twisted, she's pointing to this power, the ability to construct a narrative from raw material. In the case of TLC, the network behind 90 Day Fiancé, the formula is clear: heightened emotion drives ratings, conflict keeps audiences coming back. And the Castravets delivered plenty of it. But Libby now suggests that what viewers saw was a curated version of events, one that leaned heavily into dysfunction. The family business drama. One of the most persistent plotlines involved Andrei joining Chuck's real estate business. What began as an opportunity for financial growth spiraled into a full-blown family feud. Libby's siblings questioned Andrei's work ethic. Andrei questioned their professionalism. Chuck found himself caught in the middle. Viewers watched as accusations flew: laziness, entitlement, manipulation. The tension felt palpable. However, Elizabeth now implies that many positive interactions were left on the cutting room floor. According to her, there were productive meetings, moments of bonding, and collaborative efforts that simply didn't fit the family-at-war narrative. From a production standpoint, peaceful cooperation doesn't generate buzz, conflict does. The Andrei factor. Andrei Castravet quickly became one of the most polarizing figures in the franchise. His direct communication style, confidence, and refusal to back down made him a lightning rod for criticism. Fans often labeled him controlling or aggressive. Libby, however, has defended her husband repeatedly, arguing that cultural differences and selective editing played a role in how he was perceived. In Moldovan culture, assertiveness may be seen as strength rather than hostility, but in American reality TV, assertiveness, when framed with dramatic music and tense reaction shots, can easily morph into villain status. Elizabeth suggests that certain confrontations were shown without full context, making Andrei appear more combative than he was in reality. And once a cast member is assigned a role: hero, victim, villain, it becomes difficult to escape that portrayal. Reality TV contracts in silence. One reason fans rarely hear cast members openly criticize networks is contractual obligation. Reality stars typically sign strict agreements limiting what they can disclose about production practices. Libby's decision to speak out, even subtly, signals a growing trend among reality personalities who are reclaiming their narratives via social media platforms. Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok have become alternative stages, places where cast members can clarify, defend, and sometimes contradict what aired on television. In the age of digital transparency, the edit is no longer the final word. Fame, backlash, and mental health. Being part of 90 Day Fiancé brings visibility but also scrutiny. Elizabeth and Andre have faced waves of online criticism, memes, and harsh commentary. When viewers believe they are watching reality, their judgments can feel deeply personal. If a character is framed as problematic, audiences respond accordingly. Libby has alluded to the emotional toll that public perception can take. Being portrayed as naive, entitled, or submissive, depending on the season, carries consequences beyond the screen. The backlash doesn't end when filming stops. And that's where the editing conversation becomes more than entertainment. It becomes personal. The business of drama. There's no denying that the Castravet storyline became one of the franchise's central pillars. Their arguments drove social media engagement. Their episodes sparked online debates. Their family feud kept fans invested. From a business perspective, heightened drama benefits everyone. The network gains ratings. The show trends on social platforms. Cast members gain followers and brand opportunities. But there's a trade-off. When drama becomes the defining feature of a family's public image, the nuance of real life disappears. Elizabeth's recent comments suggest she's ready to rebalance that image, to show that behind the yelling matches were ordinary days, affectionate moments, and genuine love. Can reality TV ever be fully real? Libby's accusations aren't unique in the reality TV landscape. Over the years, cast members from various franchises have claimed manipulation, misleading edits, or producer influence. The format itself invites construction. Cameras change behavior, confessionals shape perspective, story arcs require tension. But viewers are increasingly savvy. They understand that reality TV is part documentary, part storytelling. What Elizabeth challenges isn't the existence of editing, it's the degree to which that editing altered perception. And perception, in the digital age, is powerful. Where things stand now. But the Castravet storyline leaves behind a lingering question.